I know of a case where the investigating detective said he would absolutely not go to the crime scene without a forensic expert. And the forensic expert, in turn, said he wouldn't dare go without a gun. The scene they were about to visit was enough to make a seasoned forensic pathologist with over 20 years of experience feel nauseous. This story completely overturned the worldview of everyone who heard it. That veteran forensic pathologist is my senior colleague, Jason, and it all started with a bizarre corpse he encountered. Jason put on a new pair of gloves, his eyes fixed on the last body bag on the gurney in the autopsy room. It had been in the freezer for 3 days. Inside was a body handed over by the traffic police. Since no next of kin had come forward to identify it, the procedure for a compulsory autopsy was only completed today. When the body bag was opened, the entire body was charred black, curled up like a black shrimp. The head was burst open, intestines were protruding, limbs were severed, and the burnt bone was exposed. 3 days earlier, the body was found inside a burning BMW car. At first glance, Jason found it strange. The hair was completely burned off. The neck was exposed, showing the trachea, and the chest was burnt through, revealing the blackened lungs inside. Could a car fire really incinerate a person this badly? He had been a forensic pathologist for over 20 years and had seen all sorts of burned bodies. But victims in car accidents were usually only partially burned after the collision, rarely to this extreme degree of incineration. He gently flipped the body. Black ash from the burnt clothing crumbled down like dust. There was no intact skin left to determine if the victim was alive during the fire. Did the person die from the fire, or were they dead before being burned? That was the most critical question in cases involving burned bodies, as fire not only destroys the body, but water and firefighting foam can also wash away evidence. The body was burned beyond recognition. But a forensic pathologist's duty is to make the dead body speak, revealing its identity and the cause of death. He changed to new gloves and picked up the scalpel. As he opened the ribcage, a strange foul stench assaulted him. It wasn't the typical smell of burnt flesh, but the smell of putrefaction. A burned body that smelled of decay, despite being kept in a freezer from the start? That was illogical. Jason quickly widened the incision in the abdomen. He found the uterus, confirming the victim was female. But what shocked him more was that the internal organs, where the fire had not yet reached, were all severely decomposed. If the person had only died a few hours before being cremated, this level of decomposition would be impossible. There was only one possibility. The body had died and begun to decompose before it was incinerated. He tore off his gloves and immediately called his captain, Will. From that moment on, the case was no longer under the jurisdiction of the traffic police.